You know, there are a lot of popular trends on social media centered around skincare and plastic surgery. We've brought you a lot of those stories too, but there's also a lot of misinformation when it comes to certain products and procedures. And to help us debunk some of those myths is facial plastic surgeon Dr. Diana Ponsky. It is a thrill to have you with us today. You're amazing.
Thank you for the opportunity to share some of my knowledge with you.
Yeah, well, she's big on social media too, and you talk about a lot of these things that, as I just mentioned, we do a lot of these stories on this stuff too, saying, is it good, is it not? But she's the expert. Real quick though, after our tick story, you told me about a great little tidbit about ticks if you get them on yourself or your pets.
Yes, so definitely if you get them on the dog, one of the tricks that I learned from the ER doctors and staff is if you douse them with some Vaseline, so like just cover up the tick and douse them with some Vaseline and you suffocate them, and then you can just like work circles around it and the tick just pops out.
No kidding.
No tweezers.
Amazing, and a safer way to do it,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Good to know. Great, great tidbit.
Yeah.
All right, so we've shown some things on TikTok and Instagram. Your kids will probably see this stuff too. One of the things that we even did a story on was called slugging, where you stick a lot of stuff. Will you explain that to us? But first of all, we're going to show your TikTok of what you did about slugging. So take a look at this.
Another way to do it is to use saran wrap. So I've used saran wrap to lock in key moisturizers in my under eye area so that it penetrates better at night. But let's say I use a little saran wrap under my eyes to lock in the moisture for my under eye thin skin. Well, that's really gonna help it penetrate better and stick better.
Okay, so slugging, is it good or bad?
So it can be very helpful for the patient who has dry skin. Slugging is just applying Vaseline or Aquaphor on on top of your moisturizer.
Okay.
And basically what it does is it helps lock in the extra moisturize, the extra hydration.
Okay.
So if you know, if you have dry skin, it's great. The thing to be aware of is that if you're acne prone or so, it can clog your pores a little bit more. So you know, kind of use it with a little bit of caution and just see how it works for you. But in my under eye skin is really thin and very dry, and so I think it's a great trick to apply at night to get that extra moisture for the morning time.
Okay, good to know. Another one is called the Sephora Kids. We did a story on this because there's a lot of expensive too skincare products that are aimed to tweens, even younger, and kids. Do they need all that expensive stuff?
So that's the magical question, right? So as a mom of 3 girls, and they love, you know, skincare products, they're really into it.
Yeah.
And the positive trend, what it causes is that you're more aware of your skin health, and so so that's a positive benefit of it. But not every product is correct for the teenage skin. And a lot of times the teen skin is already well nourished, it makes its own collagen, and really all you need to do is protect it. So you don't want to overuse products because some of those products may irritate. So a lot of the information my kids are getting from social media and TikTok, they're coming from older college, you know, 20-something-year-old influencers, and their skin's slightly different. And so the 12 to 15-year-old skin may not need all the same products. So it's just researching and finding, you know, your information.
For sure. So. And your daughter, we have a TikTok with that, and you rated her little mini fridge, right?
Yes, mini skincare fridge.
Let's take a look at that now.
Yeah. You, as a facial plastic surgeon, for tween skin, they are blessed with a good natural protective barrier. So unlike my skin or anyone over the age of 25, they actually don't need a lot. So honestly, they only need 3 things, right? They only need a good face wash, a good moisturizer, and a good sunblock.
Good to know. And some of this stuff could be, as you said, irritating and harmful for them.
Yes.
So let's talk about now these flaxseed masks I've been seeing online. Do those like kind of bring a little moisture to your face? Are those good? Do those work?
So the flaxseed masks have gone viral on social media, and they are purported to be as good as Botox, be it the homeopathic or more organic variety, you know, or alternative to Botox. But the thing to keep in mind is Botox is a medication, and the medication works for a length of time. Flaxseed masks, I think, at best hydrate you really well, and you may get the benefit for a good 6 to 8 hours after you apply it. It's like a mucin-like substance, and so it hydrates. It's a very thin layer, and so it gives the illusion that something's not moving, but it's short-lived, and it probably does better as a nutritional supplement orally.
Eating it, ingesting it. So it's like kind of Cinderella, like the effects wear off at the middle of the ball, and you're in trouble. Real quick, before you leave, I did want to ask you, if you do Botox, need to go to a reputable place. We've also had, unfortunately, some stories in the headlines where they're not getting good effects because it's not a board-certified doctor admitting it, right?
Correct. And some of those products have come without, they're basically false or, fake products. They're not made by the company. And so the toxin in them can have catastrophic consequences. So.
Okay, that's terrifying. Make sure you go to someone who's reputable, a good doctor, board certified.
Really, it's just about getting your information and making sure that, the facts are correct.
For sure. Dr. Ponsky, thank you. Great to see you.
Thank you for the privilege.
Appreciate it. Thanks for stopping in.